Hi guys, welcome to Hannah's Backyard. This is week number, oh I do it every time, 8? Already? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, week number 8. We finally got rain, so I still was watering. I've really been hitting the watermelon and pumpkin. Pumpkins don't need anything, but they're getting as much water as the watermelon, and they are growing like crazy. But so I've been watering that almost every day. But yeah, like I said, last night we got 3/4 of an inch. So everything is super happy today and lush looking. I don't know, you could water, I think, out of a hose till you're blue in the face, and it's still so much better when you get rain. But with rain comes weeds and also watering. So I just kind of wanted to run through how I weed every week. Basically, it's about, that's my little rooster, not sure if you heard him, but it takes about an hour a week for weeding, and this is, oh, I don't like that, but this is pretty much why, because I come through and when I see weeds, I just rake them up, or use this hoe that my husband made. It's kind of like a stirrup hoe. I wish it was a little bit deeper, so next time when we make another one, that's what we'll do. But so I just run this through. Be careful of your plants. In each section, and I pretty much break up the garden in these sections. Do a little bit here, a little bit there. But it's, like I said, total an hour a week. So I'm just gonna run through this whole section, even with talking, in real time, and show you how long it takes. Now granted, the bigger things get, the less time each one will take. Sorry, I might be really close. For things like peppers. And there's still a weed here and there that I might miss. But for the most part, it keeps things tilled, so to speak, and cultivated up. Yeah, so that was one section. This is 16 by 5, 16 by 5 section. That's all it took for weeding. And like I said, I'll see a couple randoms that I could come through and hand pick. So when I say an hour-ish, you know, but I'm out here every day, every morning with the coffee, most mornings with coffee, and I kind of just walk through it and, you know, train things, pick weeds if I see them. But yeah, so I'm going to finish up weeding, and then I will shoot you guys through. I might just shoot you guys through first. We'll see how much I want to weed right now. I kind of like doing it more in the evening hours when the sun's not so high. So come along, and I hope you guys enjoy the garden. We had a lot of growth this week, so I'm excited to show you. Okay, so this week I'm going to start from the back, and no, I didn't finish weeding it. I figured I'd just shoot you guys through, get my video uploading, and I'll come back and weed the garden. So you can see these, I think they're the teddy bear, like the fuzzy yellow sunflowers. So they're finally actually going somewhere. These little sunflowers in the front. So these are the melons, and they're actually getting some growth. I wish they were a little bit more, but it's doing as fast as it can. So the second trellis here is the Kajari melons, and they're really taking off. I'm really excited about them. I've never tried one, but I'm so excited to try it. So they're doing pretty good. There was only 2 plants. I restarted some seeds, and I think a couple of them are coming up. But mainly what you see here are the first 2 plants that came up. And over here is a type of muskmelon, and then a yellow type of melon. I can't remember what it was called. I do have the packet. I'll have to look for it. But these are doing really well too. I think they're really liking the shade because the soil's staying more moist. And then we have this jungle here, which is the blue pumpkins and the small sugar pumpkins. And I have been trimming. You can see there's a pile of old leaves and stuff. I've been trimming my way through here, but it has been a battle. And I do have a few pumpkins that are starting to come on. The sugar pumpkin, I don't know, we'll see if they'll, you know, if they're getting fertilized. Oh, look, there's one. So we shall see. Oh no, I thought I saw a bigger one. But I'll snake my way through here. And these are my cucumbers. I am patiently waiting and still waiting. But they're growing, so this is a good thing. And then these are my tomatoes that I'm growing up the trellis. Tiger striped artisan tomato, I believe is what it's called. And I do have some tomatoes on it, but I've been mainly focusing on growing it up before I worry about the fruit. I'm gonna do the whole center and then I'll come back for the sides. So Tomato Alley, if you will, is doing pretty good. We have some good growth going. I did trim them up fairly well last week, and as you can see, there's a couple. Oh, that's got tomatoes on it. So as soon as them tomatoes ripen, I'm going to get rid of that branch. So anything that's like overhanging or hanging out that I can't get back into the trellis, I just cut off, because once it gets fruit on it, it's gonna fall. So I sacrifice it. And yeah, I've been really diligent about training it this last week. Sorry, it's really up close probably. But this is the ox heart. This thing, both of these are ox hearts. They're really starting to grow. And this one's getting some tomatoes on it. Most of them have tomatoes on them already. So these are looking really nice. And then we're over here to where they're a little bit shorter. And you can see they still have sunlight. They're not getting much in the morning anymore because of the sweet corn, but they get plenty at night or in the afternoon time, but they're still very much shorter than all of my other tomatoes. This is the one that I think 2 weeks ago I realized it volunteered and I just let it go, and that thing's just like, it's booking it. It wants to catch up with these other ones. I can't believe how much it's growing. This one here is my Rosella cherry that I broke the top off, but finally this sucker is doing its thing. And then there's another one over there, so it will still grow. Maybe it just won't be as prolific as it once was supposed to be. So here is Kale Corner. All my little nicknames for them. They're doing really well. I've been picking them, giving them to my chickens, eating. What I need to do is pick a whole bunch and freeze it, so I can use it in soups and stews and whatnot over winter, or even like shake or something, you know. All the basil, so this is the blue spice that bloomed like almost immediately, and in the picture it had blooms, so kind of like the cinnamon basil. So I've been leaving it. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. On the back basil, that's the Genovese, I can't remember exactly how to say that. I've been making sure like to take the flowers off, but it's just they're coming faster than I'm using the basil. So I need to grab a whole bunch and dry it and whatnot. I've been using it for tea and then just plain eating. But I don't know if you can see, if you sit here for just a few minutes, there is just tons of bees on this basil. So, you know, honestly, if it helps with that, I don't care. And it smells amazing just in general being right here. So the purple Petra, same thing. I've been trying to take all the flower tops off, but it's just doing its own thing. And of course there is also Japanese beetles here. That's, I think, what's going on with my kale. Most of my lettuce is pulled out now. These are just here so I can give them to my chickens. They had just too much. So this whole section is going to be empty. I did start some more seeds, some cabbages, cauliflowers, some lettuce, and some spinach. So I think in a week or two, I'll be putting them in this area. I did get a curly leaf parsley. It was like 50 cents at the one local greenhouse, so it's doing really good. It was half dead. I don't know if you can see it. It's still a little yellow on this side, but this new stuff coming up is looking really good. And it just smells amazing. Not exactly sure what's going on with my parsley here. The yellowing, I have no clue. I don't know if I should just pull that out because it's not the whole plant. I think it's this Swiss chard keeps covering it. My cilantro, that's all now starting to turn to coriander. It got knocked down a little bit with the rain yesterday. Can we take a minute to appreciate this Swiss chard? Now, the flavor's not the greatest. A lot of this is going to my chickens, but I do use it quite a bit, like just 1 or 2 leaves, because they're so big in each meal, and it's just like pretty much me and my husband eating, so we don't have a huge meal. But anyway, I love it. I'll keep it just to feed to my chickens if I have to, just because I love how prolific it is. And then you can't even see this other Swiss chard back here. It's a white one, but it's in comparison, it's nothing. Ooh, the flies are biting today. Okay, the onions, I've actually been pulling some onions out here or there. You can see there's a couple little gaps to let the other ones get bigger. These carrots, a couple of them, like I said before, went to seed. So I think it's definitely time to probably pull these yellow ones. Hey, why are we digging in my garden? This thing got knocked over. That's another lettuce. And I picked some garlic last week. It wasn't ready, so I don't think it's quite ready yet still. This area's, the weeds are kind of taking over, so it does need to be pulled and a deep clean done. And then up here this week is the red orangish ones bloomed in the back. And this daylily is just gorgeous, but not in the right spot. I think I need another flower bed. But these are my favorite. I don't know if you can see how pretty those are. So, and that it's looking nice. It's pretty. It's just really full. And these, every time I come around, I'll find some strawberries here and there, but they're nothing like they were the last few years. They're still good though. Okay. Now come back to the corn. As you can see, it's tasseled this week. It is the tallest sweet corn I've ever grown. Temptress. We'll see. We got, I'd say, a month. And we'll be eating it. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice size sweet pepper. It's coming. So yeah, these are really starting to take off. I still have this one that's looking kind of weird. Kind of like the parsley. The dill and the onion. It's quite the combination here, but this is pretty much a big waste of space. I mean, the dill, I'll harvest it, and I have been using it, but I could have done something better with this space, in my opinion. Okay, so I had to stop the video because my dogs were where they weren't supposed to be. So these are the Brussels sprouts. I need to get in here and pick. There's some early ones down here. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be good because of how hot the weather had been, or if they're going to be bitter, but I need to get in there and pick them and just start doing something with them. I have some of the red cabbage. They're pretty much ready. That one's getting swallowed by the pumpkin, so I should pull that out. Broccoli, just side shoots coming. I picked all the heads off. And honestly, I might just pull these out yet too, just to kind of clear my slate. So this is the Romanesco, the only one I left. And I guess it's doing something. I'm gonna try it. I don't know when they're ready, but I'm gonna try it this year. Last year I didn't get anything off of them. These I left. Getting a few little cabbages coming. Not really, they're kind of just ugly looking. The sunflowers. Yeah, it's looking, I kind of like the scattered sunflowers. It's kind of pretty. I'm digging them this year. I kind of placed some of them. Some of them just came up. Here's my little zinnia patch. Aren't they pretty? I really like them. Then you got the purple ones there. And then the candy cane striped, or the candy striped, whatever they're called, which are super pretty. I really like the yellow and red ones. They're pretty cool. These are some kind of an orange. I think that might be, I'm not sure. Is that a zinnia? Or like a daisy? This was in that mix pack. So they're really pretty, that orange color. And a couple of sunflowers, which I didn't need, but they're right there. Here's the other sunflower patch that I have. I just have tons of sunflowers this year. This is the zucchini. It's doing really good. I don't even want to talk about it, how good it's doing. Bug wise, like I said, it's very nice right now. I've killed 2 squash bugs. I'm telling you, I don't even want to talk about them, but I have been getting a pretty good harvest. That was the one that was 2 that came up in the spot that I planted. They're competing with pumpkins. Probably wasn't a good idea, but it's filling that up, so it's a lot less weeding that I have to do. This is the other one. And same thing. Look at, like, there's just some nice squash coming. Looks healthy. Something's hiding. And then these little sunflowers. This is the celery. Last year I picked my celery July 28th. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. I'm thinking I'm going to let it go and see if it gets bigger or whatnot, but maybe I harvested it too early. And then over here is back where we started with the hot peppers. So yeah, that's it. Look how big everything's getting. Can you picture it? Like, look, you can already see this pumpkin here. And now I'm hoping that, I don't know if they'll all fill over the top. My melons never do that well here, but I'm gonna keep watering them. This is my goal this year. How pretty that would be. So I guess that will be it. We'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna do a little walk around so you guys can get a little full view.